All right, good morning, everybody. We're gonna do a video this morning. It's Friday. We had a day yesterday that wasn't anything to throw a stick at. It was 2,000, a little bit over, so it's 2,100 hours. We're going into the weekend really needing a push. I'm going to show you some things that we did to um, to be ready for this weekend. So we put out some of our club items. We did put a promotion where if somebody buys certain items, I put 7 items out within 10 miles of our store. We're going to deliver this at no charge. So $269 on a $549 retail, free delivery. So basically, I have a truck with a lift gate, and what I'm going to do is at the end of the weekend on Monday, I'm going to put all my stuff that I sold in the truck, and then I'm going to deliver it to my customers at no charge, all in one shot. We talked about this in the last video with these end of year things. I did sell one of these yesterday. I think there's going to be another one that's going to sell today that I know of. These guys right here are going to be a real big pain because this is a very niche market that these go towards, and we actually almost have a full pallet of them when they're all standing up. So we got $84.99 on it. I went right to half retail on this stuff because I do not want to be liquidating it even more. So hopefully this display of our pricing with the price in big red is going to capture our audience and show the value. So I think it's been working out really well. I actually honestly think that this works better to put the final price on things instead of putting discounts towards like categories, because every time we seem to do that, like a 10% off or 15% off, it confuses the customer. So I would say for me, our best practice seems to be gearing more towards this. If we can do this this way to do with the pricing, I think that that's the better way of doing it. So always bring your items in at a higher amount, so then you have room to negotiate or to mark it down. The problem that we get in our store, like I've been saying, is anything that's over 50%, it always sits. Once we put it at half retail, it sells. But the problem is now I might have to add the free delivery onto this one because this is a $300 sale, and I might have to add it onto this one for $249 to get that sale. So I think I'm going to do that because these are bigger boxes, and sometimes the customers, they can't get the vehicle big enough. So we have to kind of watch out for that. Um, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on all the higher ticket items and just see if that helps. So yeah, so the clothes are going to be priority because this is where the money is in our store. I was looking over numbers from last year, this year, year to date, and collectively what we've sold. We're actually, our run rate to finish this year is actually less than last year. For some reason, last year we were doing a lot more sales, and I attributed that to less items but more dollar amount. So our average price per sale was over $60 last year, and that attributed to vanities, flooring. We sold a lot of those floor model sectionals. We had small appliances. We had a lot of higher ticket items. Now, here's the thing: if I would have had those higher ticket items more of this year, I think our numbers would have been in line with beating last year. But since we stopped bringing in high ticket items, that kind of killed our average price per sale, and we're seeing that now. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, when you diversify your inventory for your retail location, make sure that you're putting your heavy hitters more towards your money towards heavy hitters instead of low dollar items. Low dollar items bring the customers in the store. The heavy hitters are what's going to bring your average price per sale higher, and that's going to bring you your higher numbers. And now that we've stopped our club loads coming in, which is a very scary thing, we are literally riding for the next 3 months on our store inventory. And what I'm hoping to see is some pickup in traffic, more transactions, more sales, more capital in the bank, and then I can go out and buy another load to finalize our inventory shortage of high ticket items. So we're going to see how that goes. Yesterday we did go through, we did the same thing. We put our high price here, or our price here, and big numbers. So as people walk down here, they're not having to calculate in their head the 10% off. They can actually see these are all set at 50% off. So now going forward, it might be to our benefit to hold off on the heaters and just see if we can sandbag these sales to next month. And we're gonna have to see, because basically what I need to do is watch my customers walking in the store. What are they looking at? What are they buying? And then basically intervene wherever I can, and either tell them about promotions, tell them, you know, if there's a better deal that we can do. Because I mean, all this stuff right here is 10% off. We did not price all this stuff. So this is going to probably have to be the next step, is to do that. I'm really hesitant on lowering the prices on my club stuff just because I pay so much for it. But at some point, I'm just going to have to just ditch that idea that we're going to get top dollar for this stuff, because it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. And remember, we have now all of our stores in the area putting out all their Christmas and putting out all their Halloween early, or not the Halloween, but the Christmas early. So yeah, so let's walk back here. We did get through some processing. I did bring out all those pallets that were sitting over here. There's some stuff that I still need to go through, but we do have a whole situation back here where all this stuff needs to be worked into our sales floor. So today I'm going to make a huge point to make sure that I get this TV tested, the other TVs tested, because what I was thinking about doing was holding off on all these TVs and bringing those more out towards November, just so we have some heavy hitters. But I think what I'm going to do now is just get all these ready, and then put them on the sales floor and just see what happens with that. But the biggest thing here is all these bins filled with all these clothes. These need to be worked through. We need to be really careful with some of these brands. I saw a couple brands out there over the week that slipped through. So Under Armour, this is something that I would put on eBay. These bathing suits, actually, we've been selling these steadily on eBay. 20-30 bucks we've been getting plus ship. And what's nice about these is these are like, well, this 2-piece is going to be over $7 a ship, but if it's a 1-piece, you're going to be under a pound, and you're going to be under $5 normally with that. So we just got to just pick and choose our battles. We have this whole thing of shoes right here that needs to be listed. A lot of good brands in there. We have been selling shoes steadily every day. I think the shoes actually make up more of our sales on eBay than anything. And we just got to keep that coming, because there's a lot here and there's a lot to be listed. But these are what's kind of bringing our eBay along. Today I have 19 orders to ship, and a couple of them are just from yesterday that we didn't get to, that have a due date of today, and all the other ones are going to be a due date of Monday. So, but yeah, so we should start seeing our Sorels sell, and then we do see a lot of our Skechers sell. I have a lot of these work shoes. These are still moving. The problem with these is I'm getting a little bit over cost back on them, just because my buy box is like so low, and I've sold so many. I've actually hurt myself with my sales. So I'm going to try to bump these up and see if that helps. But yeah, we're not really netting that much on that. But as you can see, we have these, we have a bunch of sandals. That's all this up here, all different sizes. We have all these water shoes. We're out of season here. These are not sellers in our store. For some reason, we're not in like a destination spot for vacation. So I think that the only people that we're getting to are the people that go to like beaches, they go to the swimming pools, and stuff like that. But there's not a lot of those customers. So these are going to be an item that I'm going to have to get another reseller to buy at a certain point. And I think what I'm going to do is just build a whole pallet of all these things, and then like the sandals, the water shoes, maybe even throw in the Disney stuff, and then build some kind of pallet deal, and then see if that's something, because I'm not selling these on eBay. These are something that in our store our customers are buying, and we have tons of them. Each one of these cases is 40 pieces, and I believe I counted recently 20 cases. So there's still a lot. There's still a lot to go. So yeah, this area right here, like I said, is going to be eliminated next month. It's going to be open to the sales floor. We're going to put out as much stuff as we can. I might even take the stuff that I pallet up, put it in the back of the store, put some pricing on it, and see if we can get some reseller purchases, because all this stuff up here, all is case packed. There's Gap, there's these jackets actually will be in the store selling. Baby Yoda swim sets right there. We have more boys puffers. Those are selling in the store and on eBay steadily, but we're not really getting a lot for them. So it's actually better to sell an item in the store and skip the whole eBay thing. That right there is those are scunchies. I think we bought like 17,000 of them, and we still have a whole bunch of them. So those, I'm gonna have to figure out how to sell those by the case as well. All this backlog back here is a mix between Christmas and grills that came in that's defective at some point. I need to cut my losses with this stuff, scrap it. We need to put the like the handles, the small items that can be unassembled on eBay, and then hopefully we can capture some capital back that way. So yeah, just knowing what you're going to do with all your inventory. This guy never came and picked us up Wednesday. He came by over the weekend, said he was going to be in, never came in. So this is another battle here. If you look at this, we got 3 pallet spaces this is taking up. This guy needs to get this stuff out of here. Our customers have this thing where they use me as storage, and that's going to be one thing that I'm going to be glad that's over, because I'm tired of storing people's stuff. I get it, I got the sale, but doesn't mean to store it with me. So this is cereal here. I think we're at a point now where we can bring some of these posts out. Cinnamon toasters, I think we're low on those. Strawberry Awakes. So the honey scooters, those are single serve. We're gonna have to figure that out, because we have over 1,200 of those. Those got to go. So throughout next month, I got to figure all this out. I got vanity tops. I have this is all kids clothes, adult clothes. Here's some more of those Disney things. We have Christmas right here. This is a whole pallet of sinks. We sold like 3 on eBay. I think it's time to decide if I want to mess with this anymore, because I'm not really making any money unless they buy 2 for that. So here's more Christmas, more Christmas. This is like plumbing. I have a whole bunch of these tree stands. Last year, I was thinking to contact the people that sell the real live trees and then sell them a bulk deal. Never got around to it. Some more of these. These are Skechers, and the funny thing is these are sitting over here. They're not on the eBay. I just sold out with them, and I didn't update my quantity, so I got to do that. So there's a lot of stuff here that you got to watch, because what happens is if you let this stuff get away on you, you're gonna have the problem of stock that's not selling because it's not being listed. So here's some of our dollar deals stuff here. We have a little bit left to go through. I think it's just this one, and that's it. So once this is done, it's done. This is all the stuff that we got to sell for the dollar deals. I was looking at the dollar deals numbers. It looks like we did double our money on the load already. So I put out, I think it was like 3,800. So we're over double that. So we're over 7,000. And now it's at a point where everything is all paid for. So now what we got to do is just move it, keep it to use as our advantage of bringing the customers in the store. So we got to keep our bins fresh. Some of this stuff here it's a mix between the club and it's a mix between the Target. Like this came in the high piece count, so maybe we can come down on the price on that. I got to figure something out where, because there's other suppliers in here and I can't mix and match those. So what I got to do is I got to figure out all this stuff that's out here, what we can be doing to get rid of it, because I think I saw a whole watermelon full of these, and this is Easter. People are buying these 2 at a time because there is some value at $5. So you just got to kind of watch that when you get these high piece count items. You got to see what are the items that we can get more for? What are the items that we should just dump? And it's apparent that these ball buddies, these are like a inflatable thing. These are selling. So we kind of did a really good job on making sure that we pulled out, like high ticket items, and making sure that we're, like something like this, a paint your own scarf. I don't know. This at one point can probably turn into a dollar item. I'm not sure. So yeah, so you just got to watch the stuff that comes in. You got to know what to do with it. And then by us getting through and getting our money back and doubling our money at this point, going forward, it doesn't really matter what we do with this inventory because we've already made our money back on it. Now we just got to decide if we're going to do like a day where we take all these dollar items and do like a buy one get one free or buy two get one free, and or even make it where there's a fill a bag day. So that's kind of like one of the things on the radar for that promotion. And that might be a thing to drive in the traffic too during the week. So yeah, so we got these hose. The scent beads are $99. And then the welcome mats, we put those at $5, like I was saying. These look like they're selling pretty good steadily, but we still got a long way to go with getting this inventory out of here. I'm kind of getting worried because our traffic the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks hasn't been what it usually is. So that's telling me that either this is the calm before the storm, or we're going to slowly die over here. So let me know what you guys think about what I've been showing you, and what do you think? What would you do? I really would like to see somebody put some feedback back there on things that is working for you, or some of the things that you think that I'm doing that are good, but not something that you would do. So just let me know. So yeah, these pals are still here. This might be a thing where I load all this stuff up and just try to put more value in there. 112.50. This is like one of those outdoor sinks for when you go camping. This thing alone is 112.50. I don't know. People, they look at this stuff and they think it's junk, and they don't understand. When I started as a reseller, I would have killed to have 2 pallets like that for under $1,000 with all that inventory. And then they sit there and look at it like they don't know what to do with it, because they're sitting there watching YouTube videos, they're seeing all these other people, they think that they can get tools for $600 a pallet. Wake up, people. That's not how it is. I can tell you right now, if you're seeing discount stores selling, or pallet sellers selling, all these pallets, where is all the feedback that they're getting? Only thing that I'm seeing is people like showing their wins, but they're not showing a lot of wins. It's maybe one win a day. Okay, so you're telling me that out of all that inventory that you guys got, a whole warehouse full of 500-600 pallets, you got all these people buying this. Where's all the people on every pallet showing their win? It's not happening. So it's a big farce, if you ask me, on this whole liquidation industry. From what I know, I probably would have went a different direction before going to retail. If you would have asked me now what I should have done back then, I mean, I can't go back, but I'm just saying, like, for somebody that has a retail store as big as this to say that he wouldn't do it again, that should show you something. So yeah, so that's where we're at. We're going to see how this goes this weekend. I really hope that we can get some good numbers. I don't want to see the shortfalls coming, but as our calculations are going for the month, there's only so much that we're going to be able to hang on if this is the way it's going to continue. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.